Hello everyone, this is Joseph K, and my goodness, I am back with more Let's Preview Joseph K's Impossible Zombies Ate My Neighbors hack. And we are in for quite a treat. If by treat you mean dying repeatedly and losing victims constantly, then yes, you have quite the treat. So before I get into this, apologies again for the huge delay. I actually cranked out these last few levels within the last couple weeks because I actually sat down and made myself work. But as you see, there's a little bit of glitch on my screen. Now let me explain this before I go on any further. Basically what happened here is I stupidly deleted my save state that I had initially on here. Like, I did it on accident completely because I hit F2, not realizing I had to hit F4. F2 saves, F4 loads. So I did that on the opening screen. I'm looking at this and I'm like, shoot. And actually I said a lot more words than shoot. I was actually quite upset by that. Then I'm like, damn it, that means I have to play this all over again, doesn't it? And yeah, it does. So my score's different, and I will say I'm not doing so hot this time around. I think I had 5 8 kits at the start of the last recording session, or at the end of the last recording session. I think I'm only at like 2 or 3. I mean, it's crazy. I still have all 10 victims. I still have all 6 lives. The reason this glitch is like this is because on level 8, I forgot to, for some reason, I didn't have the palette fade checked properly. I think I might have maybe imported it or something. I don't know what I did with that, but level 8 wasn't, done properly. So I had to play that whole level glitchy. And luckily I only lost one neighbor with that. So, and now we're moving on to more craziness. So let's see what lovely things are in store for us now. Level 9. Revenge of the Clones. This stage is not difficult to rescue your neighbors in. Not at all. There are only 2 or 3 victims in this whole stage that are at a decent risk. I mean, 2 of them are at super, super high risk. But I will say that it is very difficult to survive in this stage. Starting off, you see we have these doppelgangers. Every single doppelganger in this level, with the exception of maybe 1, has a spawn rate of 1 and has a radius of 255, and that seems a little bit loud to me. It's just my imagination. But yeah, so the only one that has a smaller spawn radius rate is this one. I think it's got like a 60. But yeah, and almost every single doppelganger in this stage is the super fast doppelgangers that go right for you, which makes this level quite the doozy. Now, again with this whole thing, I will be doing save states before I get to, problematic victims. Now for her, you want to get off screen real quick. Hey, I got that in one of my other test playthroughs. You could use the key to go up here. You know what? Oh, I wish I had reverse cycling. Ooh, a skeleton key. Nice. Yeah. And the jelly blobs, I think, also have a 255 spawn rate. With a 255 spawn radius with a 1 spawn rate. Now you want to come over here. There's a skeleton key in that section. I think there's a Pandora's box behind that. There's your mystery your bonus. I thought that was appropriate to put it over there because, honestly, why else would you come over here? Now this stage didn't take too long for me to create. It's mainly done off of Canon 9. Despite the fact there are so many doppelgangers in here, I only have the original, 6 or 8, I think it's 8. I only have the original 8 enemies in here. Alright, so you're gonna wanna blow yourself down here. Yeah, I put a lot of bazooka in here generously because you can get highly unlucky with some of your victims. Wow. I totally went off the wrong page. I put bazookas in here because the only way to complete this level is you need bazookas. I mean, you have like 2 or 3 victims that are... you want to go down there and get that clown. And then we're going to want to lure him up here. You have 2 or 3 victims in here that you have to use a bazooka to rescue. That baby that I rescued, you don't have to use a bazooka. Although starting on this stage, you have to use at least 1. You could always go to the door that I have above him. However, I don't recommend that because a doppelganger will sometimes spawn like directly below the baby, and since it's the fast doppelgangers that only come for you, it'll have a tendency to go right through the baby, and well, that baby's not going to live to see its next birthday. And look at this, a level where the tourists don't transform. And Zeke doesn't know how to shoot his bazookas. Yeah, that's another one that's a decent risk. As you would imagine, because, well, when spring's involved, chances are there's a decent risk somewhere. I mean, she's just one walking, talking risk. Alright, now... come over here, get a key. Well, this looks promising. Alright, now. Don't let it fool you. Those victims are easy compared to the ones up here. And I'm going to do this. Now for this one. This is these 2 are the highest risk in here. Let me go on to say that if you go here too soon, you will likely lose both neighbors. Not good, considering these are victims 1 and 2 up here. I'm gonna go for it. And as you see, I just lost. So like before, if I lose a victim, because I'm gonna keep them all 10, I will go back until I rescue him completely the first, rescue them all the way before. Yeah, I apologize if I'm getting all tongue-tied and whatnot. I am kind of tired. But, you know, I did say I'd have this up by September, so I'm hoping to, you know, currently to do that. Okay, let's see here. However, you can use the restrictions if you wanted, because there's enough of these up here that spawn. Okay, good. Now, what I like to do here is I like to save it right here. Now be careful in this level. I probably shouldn't have saved it and restarted it like I did. Because during the course of testing this level, when I restarted the level, I lost my items. Like, I had gotten my items, that's true, but I had that bonus level, that secret bonus I got, yeah, the game didn't register that I had it. Oh yeah, and Spring can kill her just by going up there. So that's something to watch out for. But my items didn't despawn, so that's good. So basically what happened is I restarted my save state in this level, and all my items despawned that I had gotten, so therefore the secret bonus, it didn't give me. And since it didn't give me the secret bonus, I wasn't able to go on to this level right here, bonus level, pay attention to things that go bump in the night. But another interesting thing that happened, which I've never had happen before, neither has Sky, is it despawned all of my monster spawns. Oh, and this stage is evil. Yeah, you can't expect mercy in my bonus stage. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to save this. Whoa! Well, that was unexpected. I can't say I've ever lost him to that. But yeah, there are 4 Taurus couples, and as you see, oh, it's getting dark. Now, I'm probably going to let them kill me, because there's actually a 1-up in that section over there. Now, you don't have to bazooka this. You could always come over here. But there are some goodies behind this. I think there's an A kit behind one tree. And Pandora's box or a cross behind the other. Alright. I think I got all the items. Oh, gosh. Alrighty, now this victim down here. We're gonna do this because, oh yeah, this one's hard. Now, if she will, I kind of like Spring to jump out. Yeah, because Spring spawns down here, and, if she spawns, you'll likely lose the pool guy and the barbecue guy, which I'm actually surprised. I didn't lose either. But, oh yeah, she spawns in here, alright. One interesting thing to note, if I guess you call this idea of spraying interesting, is in every single level at this point, which, spoiler alert, every single level in this section has spring in it. Now, what I want to do is I want to get these guys out the way, and then I want to do this. You want to bazooka your way up that way. Go behind there. And there's a teacher. Oh, I didn't let him kill me. That's fine. Not going to waste y'all's time by letting him kill me, so let's just move on. Doing really well, actually. I think there's a Squidman fish fry bonus in there. Oh, this one. Nobody's listening, talking to myself. Bonus points if you get the reference. Because there's actually 2 references here. And starting off, you want to get those items. There's a monster potion behind that tree. Now, you're going to want to come down this way. Come over here. And get him first. Now, you come back over here. This stage right here was actually the 3rd stage I created. I created level 1 first, and then I created level 2. And then, since I didn't quite understand how the editing process worked, I went to do this stage 3rd. Basically, the thing with this stage, I initially had 2 or 3 pod plants in here, but I was getting a really weird glitch, so I pulled them out. This is actually a stage I hacked from scratch. I mean, it's very nice and well done, I think. It was hacked from scratch from level 10, actually. So, all this right here used to be level 10. Alright, now, I don't really need to do this because this victim over here doesn't usually give me problems. But yeah, then we want to come over here. You don't have to do this if you're where I'm at. Oh yeah, that's one of the slow doppelgangers. I'm actually going to get him first. I mean, I haven't really had bad luck with him. I think I've only lost him once or twice in the many times I've done this level. Behind there is another Pandora's box. Alright, now this one right here is difficult. And I lost him. That is actually your victim number 1. So, in this stage right here, I was mainly trying to focus on getting the most difficult of stages I could. Like, this stage is probably the only stage on this run. Well, not quite. Yeah, kind of. This is kind of the only stage on this run in which brutality was my biggest thing. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna... do this. Good. And of course, that jelly blob just had to get on me. Frickin' Tabitha. So, in this stage, I have a lot of victims at high risk. I mean, this is when I was actually trying to go out of my way to put the victims at high risk. Alright, now... So, does anybody get the reference for this stage? Nobody's listening, talking to myself. Alright, now this last victim over here is probably the hardest victim in this stage. And wow, I'm surprised he didn't die. And I died there. Now, you're going to want to go get those speed shoes. And that's another thing I noticed when I was going through my level. I don't put too many speed shoes in this. At least not this first part. But, nonetheless, we got all 10 victims in this stage. Not an easy stage to do it in, I'll tell you that. So, basically, 9, 9B, 11, 12, and 12B is what I've done in the last, like, 2 or 3 weeks. Oh, perfect. I like when I kill him with one shot. Oh, yeah. In this stage, I actually did this stage the day before I did the update video for... Not the update video, but... Ah, crap. Wasted an aid kit. Not good. That's not something you want to do too much of in this. This stage right here was actually created the day before I went to my concerts in Indianapolis. But you're going to want to grab that weed whacker as it's necessary. And she can be killed. In this section, you don't have to worry too much about the victims dying. But you do have to worry about your health. And it doesn't help me any that I kind of, screwed up and used an aid kit. And I don't know why I'm fighting him over here. But I'll actually walk you through this stage after I beat it. Because there's some interesting story behind this stage. Alright, let's see here. Now, I've never really lost these guys coming up over here, but you obviously can. Because, yeah, spring. Word of advice, do not go down too far. If you go down too far, you're going to lose the victim down here. Because you have a silent chainsaw maniac. Okay, get him out the way. Now, about this stage. This stage was actually helped. I have a kind of a cousin in Indiana. Second cousin, something like that. Whatever it is, he's family. And he actually helped me go through and make this stage. Like, he picked out some tiles I should use. Gave me feedback. But you have him to thank for the Martians. Because I told him, I'm like, okay, I want you to find something else to put in this stage. I want one more enemy, so I'm gonna go show you the enemies, and I want you to pick the enemy you want me to get. He picked the Martians. Yeah, so I'm like, oh, great. So yeah, Martians are here because of him. But yeah, this is a very, very pretty castle. I like it. Kind of. I kind of am not... Of all the levels I created so far, this is probably my least favorite because it doesn't seem... It seems too, blasé. It seems too plain. It seems too void. But I honestly had no idea what else to throw in. Like, I initially wanted to have, like, a maze of those hedges. But that didn't work out in the process. But, oh, they're back to take over the neighborhood. Martian conspiracy. Oh, yeah, Martian conspiracy indeed. Fun fact about this stage makes me chuckle. Because when I first came up with this, Martian conspiracy just, like, had me dying. Because if you think about it, there are a lot of people who believe that, you know, Martians are just a conspiracy theory. Ah, spaceship, I wish you wouldn't have gone down there. There we go. Alright, he's out the way. That'll distract them. You want to retreat off screen real quick because that next victim is at a high risk. And now I'm going to save it because I actually found a better way to do this. Granted, it takes a little bit more time, but yeah, you're going to want to use this. Because like I said, Spring, she gets a lot of love in this section. Like, that's really the only sure way to get past that stage. I'm going to... As you see here, I'm fast forwarding. Good. Now, you can go a couple ways here. I'm going to recommend you go this way, though. As you can see, a lot of this is the same. And that is victim number 1 right there. She's not at super high risk, but you can get unlucky with her. I mean, I've lost her a couple, only like once or twice. But we're going to come up here and get that A kit. I thought that was kind of neat how I did that. And now... come down here. Now, the effect I was going for this was a bunch of people watching a football game. And these are bleachers right there. Or like tables or something. Well, this is a fall game, I guess you would say, because the lamps won't turn on. But I kind of was thinking, like, you know, spotlights you would see if you had, like, a late game. Golly. Oh, that was lovely. Now, initially in this level, I had the bonus right around here. Unfortunately, I got rid of it because, well, for some reason, I don't know, I was unable to access level 12B. Like, I spent maybe 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours trying to access the bonus level. And I even called up Sky earlier this evening, and I was like, you know, how come I can't access this? What's going on? And we drew blanks, and what we were doing while doing it, while we were editing it, we actually caused the game to crash. Like, in all save states, it crashed with what we were doing. So I was like, oh, geez, lovely. So we actually had to restart everything. I had to replay everything. And, oh, gosh. One thing of note, though, I will be changing the tile right here so you can't walk through it. It's just tile down here, that's all. And I'm actually going to save this because this victim right here is pretty high risk. She's victim number 2. That zombie just despawned into the tombstone. Awesome. But why don't we get that last victim? One thing I will tell you, you don't have to worry about searching the field because the only 2 items on this field are by the tourist couples. And that guy, I haven't really lost him, but Spring could jump down there and get him. And zombies could get him as well. I mean, they have a wide enough spawn radius that they could theoretically spawn directly underneath them. But yeah. So let's go over here, grab this. And now, well, you know where we're at, right? That's right, football field. So let's play some football. Oh, that was a nice one. No aid kits. Oh, 2. I'll take it. Three. 4. Zeke, you throw like a girl. 5. 6. I love how I'm just like dodging them all. Oh, they had to last. I had to say something, right? Right, now they're gone. The thing with these Martians, though. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. We should be good. Alright, let's get the hell out of this stage. The thing with these Martians, having them on the field, it really is bad. Because the Martians have actually been upped in their spawn rate compared to the initial. Alright, yeah. $10 cheerleader bonus. Now, the reason why the 10 cheerleader bonus is there is because that was the only way I could get it to open up the secret bonus. I mean, I had to put 10 cheerleader bonus. Even though there's not 10 victims in there, you do get the secret bonus. And now you're able to go on to level 12B. Which I will be doing, but let me talk a little bit more about that bonus. So initially I had the bonus tile piece, the bonus piece, the whatever the heck that is, the secret bonus item. I had that secret bonus item hidden behind that tree. Well, even if you had it with it checked, it wasn't working. I think I had 5 things checked because I initially had, Martian bubble bonus checked as well. Wasn't letting me access it. So I called up Sky, And Sky's like, why don't you, I think you have too many bonuses, so let's delete, the Martian Bubble bonus, because that's only 1,000 points anyways. I'm like, okay. So I deleted the Martian Bubble bonus, and I still couldn't access it. I had to replay this part right here like 3 times, or 2 times, just tonight. And then I wasn't sure what to do then. So Sky was like, I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, okay, why don't I try something else? After my final try, I'm like, why don't I put the 10 cheerleader bonus as well as the secret bonus? Well, see, what I accidentally did was I had the 10 cheerleader bonus and the secret bonus activated with the all victim save bonus and the tile. Not the all victim, sorry. The item for bonus level. So I had that activated as well. So it caused the game to just crash. So I deleted that tile. I put the 10 cheerleader bonus in here, and now you can access this level. For whatever reason, that's how it works. But this next stage, I've tested it. It's not an easy stage. I mean, if you're thinking, oh yeah, this is some huge reward, think again. Where no one can hear you scream. Dead end job. Well, damn. Try that again. Yeah. That's a pun because, yeah, no one's hearing anybody screaming. I don't even think you can rescue that victim. You can, however, you're going to lose the one up there. Oh, Gorlee. Yeah, I haven't done this one yet. I haven't tested it with all 10 victims because when I was going through it before, I could only access it if I went to do the XDSJ password, which, as you know, takes you to 33B, 9B. All right, come off stage, and this is going to have a lot of saving on it. And it's getting dark, and there are tourist couples. Thankfully, though, you have plenty of time to rescue them. Okay, I'm making this look much easier than it really should be. And just like that, we already have more than half. Now, the werewolves. Interesting thing about the werewolves. The werewolves are actually... The werewolves are actually above the screen. You can't see them in the level editor. Now, I don't know how that happened that way. Ooh, yes, yes. Thank you for being so generous. Oh, God, I'm not liking this other victim over here. Oh, yeah. I kind of figured that was going to happen. And let me show you, really the only way to rescue her is you have to come over here. But you can actually walk through that. So, that needs to be fixed. Yeah, this is another thing you're going to see, because this has not been tested. But you know, I actually think I'm going to leave that like that. Yeah, okay, we'll leave that alone. So now that I know that... Huh. Now that I know you can do that, that makes this a little bit easier. Not that it gives you much time. Alright, so let me do this. Okay, it looks like that works. And nothing up there except for a 1-up I think I just got. Let's see here. F2? Alright. Hold on to your PJs. You can actually walk through that too. So what I'm going to do, I'll let you guys see this version, but what I'm going to actually end up doing in the end is I'm going to end up trying to make it so you can't walk through those tiles. For the sake of the LP, or I guess not the LP, but for the sake of the what I'm doing right now for this project, I will let that go, but do expect it to be changed in the final project. I might have to move a couple tiles around, but it will be changed. Can you walk through this? You can still walk through that. Well, yeah, we got them all. So, I gotta fix that tile. Oh yeah, an extra skeleton key I have to move up a little bit. But yeah, that's it for this stage, but let me go and get the other items and stuff. Because since this is my actual save state, I will be getting everything like I normally would. But yeah, there's actually 3 werewolves up above the screen that I can't see. You can actually walk through that too. Oh yeah, there's a Martian bubblegum here. Forgot about that. Nothing down here. Oh, that might change. Alrighty, let's get out of this stage. Okay, that works. It's not taking hits. But anyways, I hope you all appreciate this next part. Do stay tuned for the next section I do. Whatever that may be. Hopefully it won't be as long as this one was. Because, my gosh, that was inexcusable. And I'm going to heal for the next stage. I'm not going to have any aid kits. So, the question is, will I be able to survive until the end? I don't know. We'll find out next time. This has been Joseph K. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your increasing patience. I am sorry that this took so long to get out again. I will work harder on that in the future. Heck, for all you know, I might have another episode of this out next month. I'm kind of in the mood to record this. Not record this, but hack some more levels. So maybe I'll just stick that to a weekend thing. You know, if I can knock out 2 or 3 a weekend, or even on one day in the weekend, then I think I'm doing pretty good. I'll get this hack done in no time. This has been Joseph K. Thank you guys for watching. I'm signing off. Have a great day and keep it real. Later.